with your friend all the time?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a sad cry.
Oh, baby.
I think we only have one question left. Oh my gosh, Nixon, you're so cute. I'm just jibber jabbering. Today is going to be a short day with Haley and Nixon. Well, for me, because I'm leaving to Lake Powell again. We just went last week and for work, and now we're going again for work. We're going back to shoot a surfing, like a motorized surf video. It's gonna be super cool. And I leave today at about 1 o'clock. And so, first half of the day is me and Haley and Nixon hanging out. We're gonna get to those questions that you guys asked in a little bit. Oh my gosh, he's like, hey, I need some camera attention. Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming, buddy. I'm gonna get you on the camera. I'm gonna give you your camera time. Okay, here you go. Here's your time to shine. What do you have to say?
Those hiccups suck.
Stupid hiccups. Here's your chance. Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. You gonna do another one of those? So cute. Is that everything you have to say? He's got his camera time. Haley, do you need camera time?
Not yet.
Thing about doing the dishes in this house is I still don't know where everything goes, and I can't figure out where this goes.
I wonder if I'll ever take a different binky. It's attached to this one now.
Alright, we're all ready to go. And Nixon is out cold, which is going to uninterrupt us. So here we go. So like I was saying, it's not even 10 yet, just about 10 o'clock in the morning, and so we're just reading all the questions that came in basically for the last 4 hours. So if you weren't here between then, I'm sorry, we'll get to your questions later.
I'll save them for our next Q&A, right?
Yeah, and we're just gonna start at the top and go down. Haley, we'll let you start with the first one.
Okay, not really a question. Oh, this is from Emily Teffer. Not really a question, but would love to see and know Haley's favorite makeup. Foundation, concealer, etc., etc. Well, shoot, I should have gone and grabbed it.
I can go grab it for you.
The skinny tube is in that pink makeup, but it...
So I got her makeup. First question, we're doing really well.
So my makeup bag. Okay, so my favorite foundation and concealer ever, and I've been through a lot of different foundations. I've done cheap drugstore ones, I've done expensive ones, and my favorite one by far, it has all come down to, and that is MAC's Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. And even though it looks like a small tube, this stuff lasts me forever, like 4 or 5 months. And you only need a tiny little bit. A little bit goes a long way, and it's full coverage, which I like. So it gives you extra coverage and it doesn't come off when you go swimming. So that's my favorite foundation that I'll probably always use. And then my favorite concealer is actually from Target or Walmart, and it's by Face Studio, and it's just called Master Conceal, and it's just awesome. I use the 20 light shade.
That's great. That's good stuff. Those are good.
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 Good, good.
Okay.
Miss Nina
Maria.
Okay, does Haley want to be a stay-at-home mom or go back to work? Absolutely love your vlogs and your cute little family. Oh, you're so nice. Thanks. So I would like to be a stay-at-home mom, but I've also worked hard at becoming a nurse too. So, and I've only been a nurse for about 1.5 years now. So, I mean, it'd be hard to just kind of give up your career that you worked hard for and not do anything about it. But one thing that I love about nursing is because it's such a great job for being a mom, and you still can feel like a stay-at-home mom while being a nurse, And so even though it'd be nice just to be with this little guy all the time, I will be continuing going back to work. But yeah, I'm going back to work November 1st, sadly, and I don't like to think about it because it just makes me cry because I don't want to leave him. But the nice thing, like I was just saying about being a nurse, is you can like feel like you're still a stay-at-home mom, and I'm gonna do that by working night shifts. So Tyson will be here with him when I go to work, and then hopefully he'll be sleeping even longer throughout the night, so he won't need me as much. And he's really good at taking a bottle if he needs to. So I'll be going back to work a couple times a week and just working through the nights, and then he really won't even know that I'm gone except for just a few hours at nighttime. But other than that, yeah, Tyson will be able to watch him.
Yeah. On a side note, he slept for 6 hours last night. It's pretty crazy. Okay, this one comes from Ashley Colson. I'm planning my wedding. What was the best and hardest part of planning your wedding? Thanks, love you both, and any tips would be awesome. Yeah, the hardest thing, I mean, it was hard for me. I had to do a lot. No, really though, the hardest thing for me, I just had to find a videographer because I just wanted an awesome video. And then that's pretty much all I did. Oh, the honeymoon. I got the honeymoon all planned out. Haley pretty much got everything else together, like your wedding dress, planning the venue. What was the hardest part for you?
I think the hardest part was just like committing to making the decisions. And then also we got married in California and I was living here in Utah. So everything was having to be done over the phone. And so my mom, who was in California, and my other sister was in California, they helped out a ton. And but I wasn't able to be there in person for a lot of it. So that was hard, just kind of, you know, just having to communicate everything through the phone and not really getting to see things in person.
And any tips, honestly, just have fun. A lot of people get really caught up in that day and they get really stressed out, especially the brides, because they don't want, not everything's gonna be perfect. What's gonna happen is gonna happen, so you just make the best of that day. And because things will go wrong, most of the time things do go wrong, and you just have to make the best of them and change and just handle that situation, because you won't care later. Like, those things won't matter. You think it will, but it won't. And you just remember the people that came that day, so make sure you talk to people and stuff like that. But you won't remember everyone, I'll tell you that much. Okay, this one's for me. How do you feel about the technical progress in drones? Do you consider getting a new one? Then he says, dang it, 2.5 minutes and you already talked about it. So like I said, they just came out with a new drone, the Mavic. I still don't think I'd get it just because I'm not flying it that much, but it is more convenient in meaning it folds down into a smaller size to put in your bags, which, I mean, that's cool. I don't know if, I mean, I'm not carrying my Phantom 4 with me everywhere, so not a big deal. Okay, this one comes from Katie Welling.
You guys are so fun to watch. What is your hope for this channel? Like, do you want it to grow exceptionally? Do you hope to make money from it? I hope you already are. Does it ever get hard to video so much throughout the day, or does it come easy, and how long does it take you? And Nixon's motorboating me.
He seriously is. Hey buddy.
How long does it take to edit a vlog? You're so talented. All right, this one's kind of for you, I feel like.
Well, what's our hope for the channel? Obviously, the whole reason we started this channel is to have it grow. The actual reason we started it was because of our proposal video, and that did so well, and people encouraged us to start a channel. And so we did. With the algorithm and everything of YouTube, it benefits your channel to upload daily and to have longer content. And so that's why I started the daily thing, and plus it helps me keep my mind on me creating something every day. Otherwise my mind wanders and I start thinking about other things. But anyway, of course we want it to grow up exceptionally. And as far as monetizing the content, as long as my songs are copyright free, which all of them are, then yes, we do make AdSense on it. And then does it ever get hard to video so much throughout the day? Absolutely, it gets hard. A lot of times you have to force yourself to do it, and the more we've done it, the easier it's gotten. It was really hard for the first 2 months. Like, you do something and be like, crap, I forgot to film that. And so you just have to always kind of have that in your mind, and Haley's getting better at it. I feel like I've gotten a lot better, and now I'm able to kind of, and I know what you guys want too, and so that helps me film, because I know more of what you guys are wanting. Before I was just kind of doing what I thought I needed to do. Is that a good answer?
Say hi to everybody, Nixon.
And then how long does it take to edit a vlog? I usually start editing between 8:30 and 9 at night, and I'll be done by 10:30, so about 2 hours to edit a vlog. They change, sometimes they'll be longer, sometimes they'll be shorter. Sometimes I'll edit early in the morning. It just depends on the night and morning. This one comes from Crazy K Butler. Do you guys have any tips on how to stay strong as a couple? Like, how long were you engaged and how long did you have to wait for the temple? So I'm actually a convert to the church, and so we had to wait a year from when we got engaged, or no, from when I got baptized to get married in the temple. And as far as, do we have any tips on how to stay strong as a couple, Haley?
On how to stay strong as a couple, well, I think one thing is communicate. I feel like everyone always says this, but communication is definitely a big thing, because a lot of time if I'm upset about something, or if there's something I don't agree on, like, I'll hold it in to myself. But I've realized with being married, you just need to talk those things out right away and not let them build up inside. And so I feel like anytime there's anything on my mind that I need to talk about, I just talk to Tyson about it right away, and always try to solve problems right away. We don't ever really get in arguments or fight in our marriage, so that's not like, I
She
feel
just
like
gets annoyed with me sometimes.
Yeah, just like every girl probably does get annoyed, but we just try to talk things out right away instead of holding it in and letting it build up and get more mad.
That's number one, just talk. People just don't talk these days. Just seriously, just talk about everything. You just have to always be knowing how the other person's doing, because I can tell, I read her like a book when something's bothering her. Like, she doesn't always talk to me about everything. I have to pry it out of her sometimes, but I know when something's wrong with her. And so I will ask her, and I won't be annoying about it, but I'll finally get her to talk to me about things. And so that's the biggest thing is that. But don't, and then for the guys especially, don't assume that they know you love them. Like, yes, you're married, so obviously you love each other, but you have to tell them every day. And it goes along, and you also need to read the 5 love languages. I can't remember who wrote it, but that will help you so much in communicating love. And mine is physical touch and words of affirmation. So I love when Haley, just as much as us just like sitting next to each other and I feel her touching me, that helps me feel loved. Me putting my hand on her leg helps me, just that touch, seriously, it goes a long way for me. And then also when she tells me I look good, it seriously, I love it.
Every day.
It makes me feel so good when she tells me I look good, or like I've done a good job on a video, or just anything like that. I like that. So read that book, it'll help you guys communicate love, because his might be different than yours, and so he won't understand what you need to be loved. Like, one of them's gifts. If you don't care about that, but she needs gifts to feel love, you're not gonna get her gifts. But if you know she likes that, then you're gonna give her flowers every once in a while, and she's gonna feel so loved. So that's some of the best advice is seriously learning each other's love languages.
Yeah.
This one comes from Films by Marco. Question, are you guys going to get any animals, pets? Greetings from South Africa.
No.
So we aren't big animal people. I love dogs. I just don't necessarily want to have that responsibility. I've had dogs in the past. Haley's had dogs in the past. And so I think honestly, if he wants a dog as he grows up, it might be fun to try it out and get one for the yard, but not for the house. My mom still has a dog, little Roxy. We love that dog to death. It's like a little kid. So I mean, it would have to be a dog like that just is good and potty trained and doesn't shed, you know, because it's just one extra thing you have to take care of, and we would rather take care of children.
Well said. First one, is Parenthood like you guys expect, and how did you guys figure out you wanted to start your channel? What editing do you use? Me and my husband want to start, and wanted to start for probably 2 years. Feeling discouraged. Okay. Is Parenthood like you guys expect? Well, I think yes and no. Like, we knew kind of like what we were going to be doing, but it's definitely way different when you have your own child and you just feel things differently like you never thought you would. And So I feel like there's only some things you can experience by having your own children that you just can't really explain. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely, I feel like it's kind of what we expected. I mean, it can be hard, but it's super fun. And I feel like, yeah, it's just the greatest thing.
I think that he's actually better than we thought out of a kid. We kind of expected him to be a little harder. He's actually a really good kid, as you can see. He has his nights, but I think the biggest thing that surprised us is how attached we are to him, especially Haley.
Because I'm with them all the time.
Right, and I'm attached to him as well, but
Mom's
she's
mom.
got something else there that when it comes to her going back to work or just leaving him with me, she struggles with that. And that's totally understandable as a mother. And so I think
trust him.
Yeah,
I
she
totally
trusts me.
trust him.
Or
It's
just
that
getting
attachment.
babysitters. Like, there's no way she wants to get babysitters because she just doesn't want to leave him. Like, what if he needs his mom? And that's the biggest thing, which is understandable completely. And so that's like, I think the biggest thing is we didn't realize you would love your kid that, like, you just love him. And it's not something you can explain until you have one for yourself. Okay. This one comes from Low Panda Express. I swear Nixon gets bigger on every vlog. Question, for someone completely new to filming but having shot photos for almost 15 years now, how would you start about learning how to edit and color grade? As that is what I'm having a whole lot of trouble with. If you guys ever come to Germany again, hit me up. Would love to meet up. I'd love to meet you guys. I think that's one thing we want to do one of these days, is do a meetup. But I don't know how or where everyone's from. But anyway, let's see. So as far as getting to filming as a photographer, you have a big advantage. You've got a big advantage because you understand shutter, aperture, and also ISO. Oh my gosh. There's 3 triangles. Like, you understand that and how a camera works, how it takes an image, and where you need to set your settings. You have an advantage in that way. The thing that you have to get used to now is that you're not just taking one image, you're taking 24 images every second, and even if you do slow motion, 60 frames every second. And so you got to learn how to use a camera as a filmer, and you have to learn how to do movement. And you're also focusing. It's very similar to photography, so you have a huge advantage, but basically you need to learn how to do camera moves. That's the biggest thing. And I don't think I need to go much more into that if you're a photographer. I think you should be able to understand pretty well cameras, because you can use your DSLR to shoot cameras. There's not a big difference. It's very similar, so definitely get into it. Amina Shaheen.
Nixon is so adorable. Love from India. How do you guys manage with Nixon every day? Is he a good sleeper? Yeah, I mean, he has his days. His average is normally like every 3 hours he wakes up at night. So as long as I can fall asleep and get 3 hours at first, then I'm good. But sometimes he'll wake up like an hour after I go to bed, and that is just really, really hard when you're just in your deep sleep and then he wakes up right away. So I always try to feed him right before I go to bed so that he can last as long as he can before he has to wake up again. And so we've had some good days. Last night, like Tyson said, he slept for 6 hours straight before he needed to be fed. And
We were shocked.
he didn't even cry when he woke up. It was more of just, I could tell he was awake and moving around and kind of grunting a little bit. And so, yeah, I felt like $1,000,000 at 4 in the morning. Felt like I could start my day.
Seriously. Hillary. Okay, this one comes from Hillary Hales. When does Haley go back to work? We answered that. November 1st. Will you have to have someone watch Nixon, or will Tyson watch him? We've kind of touched on that. I'm going to watch him as much as I can. Obviously, I go out of town a lot, and so if our schedules don't quite meet up where I'm out of town and she needs to go to work, we've got people that can watch him. We don't want to have to do that, so we're going to do everything we can to
I'll just try to get work off.
Or me stay home, just to kind of coordinate that so that we can be with him as much as possible. But if push comes to shove and we have to do it, you just have to do it. That's what comes with having a baby. So, how old are you both, and where are you from? Oilaya Haneth, 26, almost 27 next week.
Yeah, his birthday's next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, woo-hoo.
And I just turned 25 in August. And Tyson is from here in Utah, and I'm from Southern California.
Yep. Let's see, does Haley plan on going? Oh, we already, okay, how did you and Haley meet? We actually talked about this in one vlog. We'll touch on it really fast. This one's from Courtney Dickerson. How did you guys meet? We met where she worked at PacSun when I went in to buy a hat. Worked my magic, smooth talked her. Actually left because I didn't have the guts to get her number. Came right back 5 minutes later and went right up to her and, with confidence, and got her number. And that's kind of where it all started. And then we dated ever since, and here we are with a baby. All right, this one comes from Caitlin Zayas, who, by the way, comments on like every video, and we love it. What is your favorite part of being married? Love you guys. Favorite part of being married is we can have sleepovers every night. Spending so much time together. Me and Haley are like, we get along so well. We're best of friends, and so it's literally like hanging out with your best friend all the time. Obviously, I get on her nerves sometimes. She gets on my nerves sometimes. But that's just like, that's how any relationship is. Best friends get on each other's nerves, but they pull through those times and it becomes the best. So that's the best part about being married, is just hanging out with your friend all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a sad cry.
Oh, baby.
I think we only have one question left.
Okay.
Christina Posh, one more question. What activities do you do with Nixon? What do you do to get him so strong and keeping his head up and wanting to sit up? So I think that's just a matter of doing it. I literally just like hold him up, you know, and he just gets stronger every day. I do it with him every day. It's kind of like an exercise for him. But he's got such a strong body. Like, he'll stand if you just balance him. Like right now, he's standing. So he's strong, and it's just a matter of doing it.
Are you hungry?
What activities do we do with him? We pretty much just sit down and lay with him and go on walks and stuff like that, and take him anytime we go out of town. Anyway,
I read him his first book last night. He got bored after like the 3rd page.
He read the first book. I actually heard her reading, and he got pretty bored. So he's actually a very, he just needs to be doing something different all the time. He gets pretty bored quickly, as you can tell. He's already bored.
He's hungry.
He needs a different scenery. But anyway, that is our Q&A. We went through the questions that were there, and for all those that didn't get their questions in on time, we apologize, but we will answer those questions later. So thanks so much, guys, and we'll continue throughout this day. Jen, he's done and out.
He loves looking at our ceiling fan. Hi.